Yo, what's up everybody? It is Straight the Boston, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 18 of the Patriots Connected franchise and take a look at the AFC standings heading into week 17. We were at 12-3, we are locked into that 2 seed, so we really do not have anything to play for this week, but I'll talk about that in a moment. First off, we have some contracts to negotiate. I'm not looking to re-sign James Devlin. If need be, I can re-sign him for a cheap contract and free agency, but we'll see if we decide to get an upgrade at that fullback position. Anyway, I'm looking to re-sign Connor White and Silver Saliga. I like those guys as two depth guys. I think they play solid when they're in, and they just provide good depth for us. I'm willing to bring them back for $750,000 contracts. Jamie Collins and Kyle Arrington still out this week. They got 2 more weeks. Talked about it before. They're likely back in the divisional round, which will be our first playoff game. And as you can see, we were going up against the Chiefs. Their main injury is Brandon Flowers. Check out the stats here. Nick Foles is their quarterback. They did trade for him from Philadelphia before the season started. Jamal Charles is having a fantastic year, averaging over like 5 yards a carry. Braylon Edwards is having a pretty decent year for them. And you can see on defense, they have the same group that they really have. They added Keenan Lewis, though. So this is a really good defensive team. Sean Smith, Keenan Lewis, Justin Houston, Derek Johnson. I mean, this is going to be a tough team to score on. But we will see. They're 7-8. They are fighting for their playoff lives. They need a win to stay alive. They are 1 game back, but there's a lot of teams stuck in that 7-8, 8-7 type of area. So they're going to need a win and some luck. But we are in snowy Arrowhead Stadium. And the storyline this week is not, can the Chiefs make the playoffs? But it is going to be father versus son. Steven Belichick, and you guessed it, Chad Masters, also known as Bill Belichick, who I believe is not a part of like the NFL, not PA, but union, I guess, or something like that. I don't even know what. But he's never been in any of the video games. So anyway, it's kind of father versus son. It's kind of not how this, not really. I don't know. I mean, it's, you can make of it what you want. But there's Rob Ninkovich, another storyline this week. Ninkovich is 1.5 sacks away from tying the all-time sacks in one season record. I don't know what that record, like how you would say that, but he's already got 1 today, so we'll be watching that quickly. He's 1 sack away from breaking it. We'll see if he can get it. Now, 2nd and 5, Nick Foles is going to drop back. Looking over the middle, it's going to be caught. This time it's Jared Boykin, a guy they added from Green Bay. I do like this Chiefs team. It's pretty talented. It's got some upgrades at some positions. Nick Foles, Jared Boykin, they've added some weapons. They still have Dwayne Bowe there, but he doesn't seem to play as big of a role in the offense as he used to. Anyway, Ninkovich coming around, and he's got the sack, and that is the sack record. 23 in a season. Your new all-time single-season sack leader, Rob Ninkovich, and let's see if he can keep it going. And that would force a punt away. So you've set the all-time, or the single-season sacks record and the single-season interception record for players this year, with Logan Ryan doing it earlier in the year. But that's a bad throw right there. That was a stupid decision on my part. That's going to be an interception. Jamal Charles now getting the screenplay, and oh, I tried to get there with Sean Lee, but could not do so. Charles is in the end zone, and the Chiefs strike first. Now, you guys are probably wondering why I am using my starters today. Well, I thought about using my bench guys, but I realized I would just lose by like 30 points, and I didn't. I decided I'd rather just be entertaining and like have a fun game and actually play hard instead of just kind of do this stupid like sub thing, which I mean it would have been fine. Like, I tried playing the first quarter that way at one point, but then I just quit. I was so bored. We were already down like 21-0, and I was doing terribly with like Blake Vasquez. So I just decided, well, I'm gonna redo it, use my starters, and that's how we came up with this game. And it's gonna be a pretty good gameplay, I'll promise you guys that. Shady Monroe on the down and then with the 23-yard pickup. Now a pitch play to LeGarrette Blount. And Blunt, who was 2nd in the NFL in rushing, looking to keep his name up there in the leaderboards as the season winds down today. Now Shane Vereen to the outside into the end zone for the touchdown, and we tie the game up in the first play of the 2nd quarter. It is 7 apiece right now after the ensuing PAT. So Shane Vereen getting in there. I don't know why it always subs in Shane Vereen in the goal line package, but I guess they think we like throwing it down there. I don't know. Julian Edelman is over the middle. He has 3 catches already. He's going to have a good day. Definitely one of his better games of the season. Now empty backfield, Pop Warren. Check out the sweet hot route right there. I had to throw in the hot route there. I hot routed Eric Decker to a hitch, and he ends up making the short catch, picking up the first down, and that's going to be a personal foul and a face mask. So that'll tack on 15 yards to that. I do like doing the hot routes. I used to never hot route, but like as of last year playing Madden, now I always hot route guys the line of scrimmage, trying to get favorable matchups and routes and stuff. Like if I see a guy playing press coverage, I'll try to send him deep, or if he's backed off, maybe I'll do a hitch route or even a screen or something like that, or a drag. But nonetheless, that's a sack, so that would force a punt away. It's still 7-7. That is Shane Hamilton picking up the catch, their new tight end, a rookie. Play action fake. Foles looking over the middle. It's Dwayne Bowe making the catch, his first grab of the day. Now under 8 minutes to play. Foles dropping back. 1st and 10. Looking right side. That's going to be caught. Shane Hamilton once again, this time brought down by Dante Hightower. Now 2nd and 6. Foles shotgun as usual over the middle, and this one's going to be caught by Braylon Edwards, who's got 33 yards now. Braylon Edwards having one of his best years of recent memory. Obviously, he had some good years with Cleveland, but he struggled really ever since he left there. I don't know. He had an okay year in New York or whatever. But Dwayne Bowe, making the grab. He gets all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Check out him kissing the crowd. And also, take a look at the snow effects. The snow is really cool in this game. You'll notice as the game goes on, the middle of the field gets less and less snowy. It started out pretty much fully snowed on, and you'll see the footprints. And I guess because more plays occur in the middle of the field than obviously on the outside, the middle of the field gets greener and greener, and you'll see by the end of the game it's almost like completely green. It's pretty cool. That was one of my favorite parts about this game, was the fact that it was snowing and the cool effects. But that was a really dumb throw. I tried to hit Kembrell Tompkins on the curl route, and I waited a little bit. My first read was over in the middle, and it was a stupid mistake. You should never have your second read be a curl route, because those guys are always going to be a little bit, you got to throw it to them on time. You can't wait for those guys. So I waited a little bit, tried to throw it to the outside, although just a bad throw and a bad choice, and Quentin Jerry gets the interception. So the Chiefs now up by 7 with the ball back, 90 seconds to play in the second quarter. Left side, Shane Hamilton once again picking up 6 yards. He's had a good day so far. Now 3rd and 4 from the 48, looking deep. That's going to be caught by Braylon Edwards. Akeem Talib chasing, and he finally brings him down. A touchdown saving tackle right there. Now from the 7, 1st and goal. Foles looking left side. That's intercepted. Sean Lee is there. He makes the pick, and he's got space ahead of him. Can he outrun the offensive lineman? It looks like he will. And now he's just got Foles chasing. He dives and misses. Charles now chasing. He might catch up. He's a pretty fast guy, but Lee dives into the end zone. A 95-yard pick six. Sean Lee. What a play. Just when it looked like it was going to be 21-7 Chiefs heading into the half, Sean Lee comes up big. What a play. Just reading that down and out perfectly. And we tie up the game heading into the half. 14-14 is the score. Check out the Chiefs with -2 rushing yards so far. I really thought they were going to use Jamal Charles a lot this game. Since Nick Foles had kind of struggled this season, he only had like 12 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. But anyway, they weren't using him that much, and when they were using him, he was kind of struggling. Here we're going outside. That's going to be caught in another face mask penalty. This Chiefs team looking a little bit undisciplined. Bad coaching. I'm not naming names, but there he is, Chad Basters, aka Bill Belichick, and he is very upset at that face mask call. That's going to tack on 15 yards to that play. So here we go from the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Pop Warren dropping back over the middle. Ross Borky is there, and Borky has seen an increased role in the offense in the second half of the season. We'll see where we go at the tight end spot heading into the offseason. Obviously not there yet, but it is a spot that I might look to upgrade. You know, with this Patriots offense and with the playbook that they use and the scheme that they kind of run, in hindsight, I probably should have gone after more tight ends than wide receivers. And Shady Monroe, I don't get worried. He's hurt, but he's gonna be all right. Just a minor injury. He'll be back in a quarter or something like that. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have gone after more high-name tight ends instead of like Eric Decker. I mean, I still would like to get Shady Monroe, but maybe even go after like Jimmy Graham instead or something like that. I mean, that's a guy I could still go after. But anyway, here we get sacked. I was looking at Edelman over the middle, but he ends up slipping, and you can see there's the infamous like pissed off coach face. So that leads to a 3rd and 16. Terrible choice right there. I had one of my worst games at quarterback this game. I made a couple really dumb decisions, and it might end up costing us the game. We'll see. 2nd and 11 now from the 31. Nick Foles going to drop back, looking left side. That's going to be caught. It's Shane Hamilton once again, who's got 5 grabs now. I was pretty impressed with Shane Hamilton. I believe he plays tight end for them. Now, right side, it's going to be Braylon Edwards this time, making the grab. That's Jared Boykin, excuse me. He's got 5 catches. He's got the 1st down as well. Now Nick Foles dropping back, looking left. That's going to be caught and fumbled. Logan Ryan lays the hammer on him, and Sean Lee comes up with it. That was a huge play by Logan Ryan, a turnover machine all year long. So we get the ball back, 3rd and 11. Pop Warren going to drop back. It's been an uneventful 3rd quarter so far. That was I just had to get rid of that. I felt the rush coming, and it was almost a costly choice. So I kind of threw that one in double coverage. But Nick Foles now looking left side, and Logan Ryan is there for the interception. Now, I know he already has, I believe that's his 16th on the year, and he already has the NFL record, but that's actually the pro football record for interceptions in a season. Dick Lane had the previous record when I believe he played in the AFL, I think, in like the 1950s. He had 15, but that gives Logan Ryan 16, I believe. So that's the pro football record, if that means anything to you guys. Now, LeGarrette Blount up the middle, picks up 12 yards, 3rd and 1 coming up. Man in motion going right back to LeGarrette Blount. And this is where I decided to ride my running back a little bit more. I realized I was making some bad throws all game, and in a snowy game like this, I really should have been running the ball more. But this was just stupid. I mean, I guess you can blame me for throwing off the run there, but I was trying to hit Decker over the middle. So I throw off the run, and he just throws it right to Sean Smith, who was covering Ross Borky. I mean, that was not even like a bad decision. That was just a really stupid play and a really like dumb throw by Pop Warren. But there he gets leveled right there. So a couple 3-and-outs, and here we go. Kansas City gets the ball back on 3rd and 10. Looking short, and no, almost intercepted. But that would come up with a punt away. So we get the ball back. Now 7:22 to play. And I decided I'm just going to start riding my running back with LeGarrette Blount up the middle. He's going to pick up the 1st down and a little bit more. That gives us 1st and 10 from the 41. Now we're going empty backfield. And check out the grass in the middle. I mean, you can see what I'm talking about. It's getting greener. It's actually getting browner a little bit. It seems we've destroyed some of the field. But Shane Vereen up the middle, breaking a tackle. And I've been impressed by Shane Vereen. It's going to be sad to let him go at the end of the year, as I don't think I'll be re-signing him. But LeGarrette Blount once again picking up 7 yards, 3rd and 3 coming up. And we're going to go right back to him. Clay Harbor in motion. Another hand off to Blount, who's going to get to the outside and pick up the first down. He ends up going out of bounds. But from the 14-yard line now with the 2-minute warning, we've run off a lot of clock here. Monroe over the middle, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And we take a 21-14 lead. I almost tried to say late lead, but lead. Whatever. And that's going to make it a 7-point lead. So now the Chiefs get the ball back, 1:56 to play. Foles under pressure. He gets sacked, and Nick Foles is down, grabbing his knee. So in comes the backup, Alex Smith, the man who led the team to the, well, I wouldn't say led the team to the playoffs, but helped bring the team to its first playoff appearance in a while last year, and now a chance to do the same this year with a last-second 2-minute warning drive, 2-minute drill drive, and potentially lead his team back to the playoffs. We'll see if he can do it now. Smith over the middle, caught Dwayne Bowen there across the 50 to the 37-yard line. Now 70 seconds to play, 3rd and 10. Smith looking short, and a great play by Dante Hightower. 4th and 10, season on the line for the Chiefs. Smith, right side, caught by Braylon Edwards, who's really picked it up in the second half. He's having himself a very good game. Now Smith dropping back on 1st and 10. He's going to scramble to the right side. He's got space to run, and he's deceivingly fast. You don't think of him as a very fast guy, but if you guys remember that run he had in the AFC divisional round a couple years back, the year the Giants first made the playoffs, when they lost to the Giants in the championship game, but in that, he had a big touchdown run against the Saints in the division. Anyway, as I was talking, they pick up the touchdown, and that's going to send it to overtime. The first overtime game of the season, I believe. We are headed to it. 21-all is the score, and we have some free football here in Kansas City. 1st and 10. Chiefs start out with the ball after winning the toss. Jamal Charles up the middle, picks up a nice game. He's only got 25 rushing yards in the day, though. Alex Smith dropping back 2nd and 3, looking short. Braylon Edwards once again making the grab. Breaks the tackle, but he's going to be brought down by Sean Lee. 10 catches for 182 yards now for Braylon Edwards, absolutely torching our secondary. Now here he goes, Edwards once again making the grab, now 193 yards, but 3rd and 7, Smith going to drop back, feeling the rush, fires on the run. It's going to be caught by Edwards, but he's going to be brought down short of the first down marker. So 4th and 5, they're going to go for it. Smith dropping back over the middle, caught. Edwards across the 30. He's over 200 yards in the day now. Braylon Edwards picking it up. Now a drop play to Jamal Charles up the middle, picks up 8 yards, or 7 yards. 2nd and 3, Smith dropping back. He's got time now, feels the rush, lobs it over the middle, and nice catch right there by Kelsey. So 1st and goal from the 8. Smith fires it right side, caught, but a touchdown saving tackle from Talib. 2nd and goal. Smith, right side, dropped by Kelsey. 3rd and goal. One last shot at the end zone before they try a field goal. And it's dropped by Edwards. 2 straight drops, and they settle for a field goal. So if you guys know the overtime rules, if the first team with the ball gets a field goal, the other team gets a shot to either tie or win the game. Warren feels the rush. He's going to be brought, or barely gets it away. 4th and 10. Game on the line. Going short. And I just didn't think my curl route guys were going to get their routes open. It seemed like they were in press coverage, and I doubted they were going to be able to get open before I felt the rush. So I tried to go over the middle to see if Edelman could pick up some yards after the catch. It does not work out, and for now, Alex Smith leading his team to at least a chance at the playoffs. We'll see if they get in. I'm not sure. They're going to need some luck they're going to need some losses from a couple other teams, but at least he gave them a shot. Anyway, that's going to do it for Week 17. Let me know if you guys want to see like a stat update video next. I don't usually do those things, but I could just maybe throw it in before the next game. I don't know. I mean, I don't like these videos being too long. It's take forever to render, but nonetheless, I can take a look at the QB stats here as well as the rest of the stats. LeGarrette Blount, I really should have ran with him more. He had a pretty good day despite his low yards per carry. I thought he ran the ball well, especially considering the conditions. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I do want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and I hope to see you guys in the postseason. I'm out. Peace.